This is the Canon RF 70-200 f4L IS USM lens, which means this is one of Canon's professional series lenses, as you can see by the red ring around it. The key things you need to know about this lens are that it has fantastic build quality, fantastic image quality, and it's a really great mid-range lens. It has that 70-200 focal range, which means that you're getting some telephoto ranges, but you're not getting super deep into telephoto. But at 70 millimeters, you can still do things like portraits as well. And with f4, you're not getting quite as much of that shallow depth of field as you get with the f2.8 version of this lens. But at the same time, you still get some nice bokeh with the f4, in my opinion. This lens is great for condensed landscape shots as well. It can even do some close-up stuff. This is probably one of my favorite sort of all-round lenses for when I don't fully know what I'm going to be shooting. There are 3 rings: the zoom ring, the focus ring, and then finally the white ring on the end there, which is a programmable control ring that you can set to different functions. We have 5 switches on the lens here. The first is the focusing distance, the second is autofocus manual focus, the third is the image stabilizer on and off, and the fourth is the image stabilizer mode, 1, 2, or 3. And then finally there is a 5th switch, which is the lock switch, which allows you to lock the zooming ring so it doesn't come loose while you're traveling or something like that while it's in a suitcase. This is the lens hood I've attached here. As you can see, it's quite a large lens hood, and you may also notice that I've not cleaned it off very carefully, and I did that on purpose to illustrate that this lens hood gets dirty very easily, especially if it rubs against, those marks are from rubbing against other black-colored photography equipment that have been in my bag, and so if you don't put it in a bag itself or separate it from the other equipment, you will start to get those marks on it. So I think it's important that you see and know about that. Aside from that, this is a huge lens hood for this type of lens. It's quite noticeable. It makes the lens significantly larger and more noticeable to the random person who might look your way. So that is something to consider if you're trying to be discreet. Apparently this lens is weather sealed. I've not tested that or how it would be affected by the fact that the lens moves in and out. It's not just one piece. So I don't know if that allows anything to get in there, but I haven't had any issues with it so far. When I shake the camera lens, it does make a rattling noise on the inside, but apparently that's normal. So the weight of this lens is 695 grams, which is, I'd say it's kind of a medium size in weight. If you're serious about camera gear, this really isn't that heavy at all, but if you're very casual, you might, and especially if you're one-handing a lot, you might notice the weight. I wouldn't one-hand this lens all day, but with 2 hands, I think it's perfectly fine. Not really as heavy as I thought it was going to be personally. So that's going to do it for this video, and I hope it was helpful for you.